Hello guys, welcome to our next video. This is the part second of MVVM design pattern. Okay, we'll continue with the last part. Okay, here in the last video we have created the factory repository and the view model. Okay, now in the network package, what exactly the classes are needed for the our application. Okay, firstly, as we know, it is the intermediate between our API or our database. Okay, for this, we gonna in the upcoming video we gonna use the retrofit for our application. Okay, firstly, for the in the login repository, first need to provide the API. Okay, firstly, let me for providing the API, firstly need to create in the network class. Let's create an interface. It's an interface API. Okay, and this API needs to provide in the login repository. Let me create the instance of that private val API. Okay, now let's go to in the view model we have already provided the instance of the repository. Okay, we have already created the factory which is helps us to create the objects of our view model. Okay, let's close all the tab first and just come on our login. Let's come just in the login. Here we have just I created this. Okay, now for the API, we firstly need to use the retrofit firstly. Okay, let's create the retrofit. If you want the detailed information of retrofit, how to create and other information as well, please do comment below. We'll definitely make the video for the retrofit as well. Okay, here I am giving the name as remote data source. Okay, which is the object. Okay, here we are creating, firstly we need to return the retrofit object reference over here. For that, let's create a function get instance. Okay, this is the function which extend from retrofit. Okay, let's need to return the retrofit. Return retrofit dot builder. It's capital builder. Okay, dot, here we need to provide the base URL, which is base URL is basically used to hit the API. Okay, here we need to provide the base URL for particular API. Okay, dot add converter factory. Basically we are getting the API in the form of JSON. Okay, for that we need to provide the JSON library for here to convert JSON factory converter to convert our JSON into JSON. Okay, find dot create. Okay, and dot build. Okay, this is the simple retrofit reference we have created. Okay, this is the base URL. We can create the constants for this here also as well. In the API interface as well we can create and provide it here. Okay, in the upcoming video we gonna see that. Okay, let's okay, and the another is important for the in the whole application. If we want to use the context of our application in the whole application, for this we need to create a class. Okay, it's let's give the I have a project name MVVM. design design pattern. Okay, this is the class which extends from the application. Okay, it means this is the helps us to provide the application context in the whole application. Okay, firstly for that need to mention this class in the manifest in the application. Let's name. You can say directly the which class is extend from the application, directly it comes here. Okay, once we declare the application class over here, then only we can use our application context in the whole our application. Okay, fine. Now API interface is created, retrofit instance have also created, and the here application context is also created. These are the also the main safe API call is also important for these. Okay, and this resource out. This is the resource file is also important in the upcoming. If you want to know about all those files, please do comment below. We'll definitely make a video on that and we'll explain it properly. Okay, fine. And let's firstly come to our repository, and here I'm just giving the safe API call which extend from the safe API call, which is helps us to provide the safety about the safe API. Okay, fine. Let's firstly close all the tabs. Firstly, let's come to login. Here we create the object or a reference of the firstly view model, because if we want to use any class, another class in our class, let firstly we need to create the object or reference for that. Okay, firstly create the private val, sorry, it should be where. I'm creating the login view model. Okay, equal to login view model. Okay, by late init, sorry, it should be late init. Okay, now if we want to create the object of the view model, as we already know, for the creating the object of view model we need the factory. Okay, fine, means the factory is helps us to create the objects of our view model. Okay, fine. Firstly for that, with the help of this reference, okay, login view model, we gonna create the object or view model. Okay, firstly need to provide the view model provider. It's model provide, it's a provide over here is present, but I'm giving the providers dot of, need to provide here the activity, required activity, because required activity comma, here need to provide the factory. Okay, uh, as we know we have created the factory for the login. This is the login factory. Okay, needs to provide over here, sorry, it's capital login factory. Okay, login factory needs the repository reference. Okay, instance, sorry. So I'm gonna provide the login repository over here. Okay, fine, and it's dot get the view model. Here need to provide the view model class. It's our login view model colon class dot java. Here I'm just understand, control alt L. Okay, it's visible. Now we can check here. We need the repository instance, right? Firstly need to create the repository instance. Val login repository equal to login repository. Okay, here we need the API reference. Okay, first, okay, this login repository should be provided here. Okay, and for creating the login repository reference, we need the API reference first. Firstly, let's create val API equal to, how we can create the API. It's a remote with the help of retrofit object. Okay, we have a remote data source dot get instance dot create needs to provide the API class over here, which is our interface API class dot java. Okay, first let's see again what we have done. Okay, first, for the creating of view model reference of object with the help of factory. Okay, for the creating the object of view model, we need the, in the factory we need the login repository reference. Okay, so for firstly we have provided over here, but for the reference creating of the login repository we need the reference of API. Okay, as we have mentioned over here. Okay, for that, and for the creating, for that we have created the API reference with the help of remote data source, where we have added the retrofit. Okay, so that's it for today's video. If you like this video, please do comment below, like our channel, like our video, and please do subscribe this channel. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much.